still on birthdays. Still on birthdays. Actually, growing older is quite a fascinating thing. You end up realizing realizing how much things change and the things that you have done as a person. I've done a lot of things, and so many of them are so different from the next. And I think even in the future, I know the things that I will be doing are so different. And every year is always different. Excuse me. But because it's still on birthdays, I want to talk about some of the things that happened to me when I was younger relating to birthdays, which, is a lot of interesting stuff happened. One of the reasons why I like celebrating my birthday almost by myself for most part of it, and especially on the day. On the day, I want to be by myself to reflect on the things, past things and new things. And then of course the next day I feel like celebrating, where I can welcome anything that comes to me, but I've already had that day for myself because it's my born day. But when I was younger, maybe that has influence also on me wanting to spend time alone. My birthday was not remembered that much. But I always made sure that I would remember my brother and my sister's birthday, because as much as mine would sometimes, oh no, it was your birthday yesterday, I forgot. I wanted them to not feel that, that pain of having it being forgotten. But as much as it was forgotten, my mom every end of the year would do the best thing ever to make up for the idea of not having celebrated our birthdays during our birthdays. She will hold a party that will combine all three of our birthdays, me, my little brother, and my little sister. So she basically hold a huge party to celebrate us as her kids, which, given that we were broke at that time, it amazes me that she was able to do that. Hence why I appreciate her for that. Birthdays are important. I think everybody should celebrate their birthday in whatever form they feel like they want to celebrate it with. Whoever they want to celebrate it with, if it can be with other people or themselves, it's a special day meant for that person. Anyway, the reason, or not the reason, I feel like I'm using the word reason a little bit too much, but these stories, that they intertwine, because this story intertwines with something else that is unrelated but totally related to this story. The first time that I had this birthday celebration, my mom gave me at that time what was probably the best present I could ever have. Not necessarily a present, but it's the act of giving. It's the act of giving. So I think this has happened to everybody. When you're growing up, there's someone you have a crush on, in wherever you live. Could be high school, but everybody has had a crush when they were growing up. And because I am a normal person like everybody else, I had a crush when I was growing up. Crush yami uZama. Zama was like my neighbor. Not necessarily my neighbor, but a neighbor lives far, but she was my neighbor. And I had a huge crush on her. But the problem is I was a shy kid. Even as an adult, I was quite shy. I was so shy that I couldn't even imagine the idea of me going to tell her that I had a crush on her. But everybody else knew. I made sure everybody knows except the person who I'm supposed to inform. The problem is she knew as well. My family knew. My mom knew. My aunt knew. Everybody in the hood knew who I had a crush on. It's just I was never gonna be able to have the guts to actually go and speak it out. Be like, hey, yeah, you know, I never had the guts to hit on women when I was growing up. But on my birthday celebration, or the birthday celebration that has all three of us together, my partner was this girl. I have the picture. Let me see if I can find the picture. I have the picture. Actually, my mom did the most amazing thing. I will show you as I'm showing you the picture. But in this picture, there's me right here, and there's my sister, and there's my brother. All the people in red are siblings, and other people are like our dates. But this was my crush. This was my sister's crush. And this was my brother's crush. So my mom found a way to actually get all our crushes in my... That was not the last time she did that. Even in the future, when I was a little bit older, she was able to get another girl that I had a crush on later on in life. But not really had a crush on. I think my mom had a crush on her for me. You know how moms are. So basically she was just trying to hook me up. But I did think the girl was cute as well. But yeah, so there it was. During this birthday celebration, I was nervous as hell. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even speak to her. I don't even know how old I was in this picture. But I remember how happy I was. How happy I was when she did the cream thing. When when the person puts the cream on your face. I was very happy. I was like, oh my god, my crush is touching me. It was it was amazing. So I appreciated my mom for having done that for me at that time. I mean, I was young. When I got older, of course, you move on with life. You meet new people, or you become a new person, and you discover new things, and you discover who you are, and you realize those people basically were playing a role in your life at that time. I don't know, to make you happy or to make you experience certain emotion. Yeah, so basically she was like a character in my life that was making me feel something. So when I grow up to be an older person, I have an understanding of what that feeling is. I guess my mom had her instinct, because as much as she made her be my date, she was never particularly a fan of her. I don't know why. I guess in a sense I will never know. I mean, I sort of kinda was figuring it out when I was growing up, but yeah. And yeah, so that's the story that happened on my first birthday that I can remember. It's the first birthday that I can remember, in a sense. So yeah. Thank you for listening to a story related to my birthday celebration, turning 33. Actually, I'm not feeling bad about it. I think it's nice. The moment I reach 30, I realize, life keeps on maturing. You're supposed to grow up. You're supposed to enjoy every moment you grow up. And as Jackie Chan once said, never grow up. Just grow older. Yeah. I wish everybody there who's celebrating their birthday to be having the best time of their lives. For those people who are going to be celebrating their birthdays, I wish the best moment of their lives. Enjoy it. Live fully in the experience of growing older, because it's fascinating, it's amazing, and yeah, enjoy it. Thank you for listening, and hopefully you can always share your birthday stories and tell me what happened in your birthday when you were younger, so we can all laugh together.